Tech companies are holding you hostage. In this video, I will tell you about the 3 laws they are using and how you can break free from them, turning it around to boost your focus in your business. I used this myself to more than double my productivity. They work. The 3 laws are the forces behind human evolution, human accomplishments, and eventually how we conquered this entire planet. To explain the first law, I have to take you back to the year of 2009. I'm standing in my living room, and on the living room table there is a box. My uncle is standing there to the right and grinning because he has gotten me my first iPhone. Some of my friends had this and I was like, I want this and I want to explore all the things that's going on inside this box. So I rip it open, I run up to my room and I download all the apps and the games I can find. I spent hours and hours that day just consuming, and I feel great. My future is set. This is so amazing. But a couple of months later, something strange is happening to me. I don't have the same motivation to do school or to go out with my friends and discover things. I don't know it at the time because I'm only 14 years old, but I'm losing my curiosity. Curiosity is the strongest driving force for us to discover anything. For example, now I could have just given you the 3 laws straight away, but I stretched it out into a story to build your curiosity, and your curiosity has made you stay until this point. This is being used every single day to hook you in and keep your attention online by big tech companies. So you may waste hours every day instead of doing what you know you should do and going for your goals, being productive. Later in the video, we will see how we can turn this around against the big tech companies so we can boost your productivity instead. But without the second law, technology would simply be a place where you would discover, maybe also at your own pace and also maybe in a healthy manner. Maybe that's what you're doing right now. But with the second law in place, the internet becomes a place of thirst. And that's why it's so hard to break free, even though you want to and you know you should. The second law is what makes longer tasks so much harder to choose than doing the instant gratification fun that you can have from pulling up your phone. By the way, this is exactly what I help entrepreneurs with, to help them increase their focus so they can spend more time on their business, and by that, doubling, tripling, quadrupling their income. Check the link in the description if this is a transformation that you would like. But the reason for endless consumption and the second law is easy. The second law is called novelty. Every click, every corner, everything you see on the internet offers something new. You never know what comes around, and that's what keeps you going. It lights your curiosity on fire because there is a lot of new things to discover. If there was nothing, then you would just click off. But to explain this, we just have to go back to your childhood in a Christmas morning. And you can see all of the packages and gifts that are there. Imagine how insane you felt and how curious you felt from opening every single package. You never knew what was going to be in them. You maybe had some clue, but when you were opening it, you just wanted to open a new one. And you could just probably continue that for hours and hours and days on end when you were a kid. Therefore, this is exactly what the big tech companies have started to use in their applications to keep you going forever. It has been turned to such a degree that some people just give up on their life. They just choose to stay inside for months and years and don't even bother to work on their real life because they believe they have what they need. But it's not all bleak with this either, because we could also turn around this factor in our lives to excel our business and our productivity. The third law is what brings everything together. And with this last thing, then you can feel satisfied for the rest of your life, or so your mind thinks. And the last and third law is reward. The third law is maybe what has kept you watching this video for this long. You feel like you want some payoff from what your curiosity has steered you into, and I'm going to give you that payoff by giving you the solution in the end. That's the reward you are craving for. But they don't always have to be that big that you get a whole solution. It can be small rewards, colors, likes, comments. Also seeing things that you didn't know that was going on in the world or that you didn't know about. That's a reward for your brain, and the internet is an expert at this. Rewards such as social acceptance, discovery, and satisfaction all are tuned to the highest level to keep you hooked on the app. Okay, so what has all of this got to do with productivity? From one perspective, can we not say that you are being really productive when you're consuming hours of video, reading texts, playing video games, playing online betting slot machines? If you speed up a video of you doing all of these actions, you will see a lot of movement. You will see your eyes flickering back and forth, and you will see a lot of things going on the screen. So you are actually being productive. But it's not the productivity you want, because in the end you end up with nothing other than an overstimulated mind, and you've created nothing for all your hours spent. But think about it, you're actually being productive. So the big tech companies are using your innate psychological laws to keep you productive, but on their app. Therefore, we need to turn that around so you use it on whatever you choose to do instead. We want to have you as addicted, focused, motivated and driven to do your work as if you are in a deep rabbit hole discovering some crazy new theory that you don't need in your life. But how do we do this? Choose 5 of your biggest tasks. You can also do this on your entire business as a whole. But take those tasks and then you start to rank them from 1 to 10 on each of the 3 laws: curiosity, novelty, and reward. What you may see is that some tasks have a higher number on each of these 3 laws. And that maybe make you understand why you are more in tune and like to do one task over another. If you do your business as a whole and you see that you have a very low number, that may be a reason why you are spending more time consuming content than working on your business, because your brain is like, why should I do that when I can do this? But maybe you're now thinking that if you have a low number on your tasks and your business, then you should change lane. You should just do something else and find another task. And that is not what I think you should do. Instead, you can change your perspective on each of these tasks. Instead of seeing them as you usually do, you can start to look at curiosity and think, how can I become more curious about this task? How can I create more novelty here? How can I give myself more reward from this task? And by that, you're strengthening your drive and motivation in those tasks. But this is not easy, because you will of course want to do the scrolling instead of doing this tasks itself. Just putting down the numbers is a task that may not seem as fun for you. Therefore, you must be curious about this task itself. Think about all the new things that you can discover and the great reward of you sitting there and being laser focused for hours on end, and what that would do with you and your business. Picture the future of your business if you are a laser focused machine that can sit down and work for hours on end on the things that you love. With this, you may understand that just blaming yourself for not being disciplined is not working. It is your mind is choosing the easier and better task, frankly, than you working on your business. With the 3 laws jacked up to a 10, you will choose every time to work on your business, because that is what seems like it's a better thing. But these 3 laws aren't the only laws that you can put in place to hyperdrive your focus, and I will make more videos on that. But if you choose to stay on your computer, then maybe you want to watch this video on how you can reduce your screen time by up to 90%. And if you're interested in transforming your focus so you can earn more and live a better life, then you can click the link below and I'll talk to you there. I'm Francis Drake. Goodbye.